A big thank you for joining us on the news at this time. I'm Daisy Leo Asikidi. President Bola Tinubu has commended the Nigerian Armed Forces for their swift intervention in Benin Republic following an attempted military coup in the neighboring country. Tinubu's reaction came after loyalist forces in Benin, supported by Nigerian troops and air assets, dislodged soldiers who seized the country's national television station early Sunday and claimed to have toppled President Patrice Talon. A statement signed by the President's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Nanuga, said the government of Benin formally requested Nigeria's military assistance in two separate communications after coup plotters led by Colonel Pascal Tigri announced the suspension of democratic institutions. According to the statement, Tinubu acted on the request, ordered Nigerian Air Force fighter jets to take control of Benin's airspace and assist in flushing out the mutineers from strategic locations, including the national broadcaster and a military camp. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu and his French counterpart Emmanuel Macron on Sunday held talks on the security crisis facing the country, touching on areas of collaboration. The telephone conversation held at a United States delegation comprising the U.S. ambassador to Nigeria and other top officials parleyed with National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu in Abuja on the reported Christian persecution and killings in the country. In a message posted on X on Sunday, Macron said he spoke with President Tinubu and affirmed that France will strengthen its partnership with Nigerian authorities. Macron also stated that in fulfillment of Tinubu's request, his government will cooperate with the federal government to provide support for the affected populations. The Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sunday Aneke, has visited the Nigerian Air Force NAF Alpha Jet pilots who ejected from their aircraft after experiencing an in-flight emergency near NAF base Kenji. Aneke met with the aircrew to check their well-being and to commend their professionalism and quick decision-making, which ensured they landed safely despite the aircraft's failure. The jet crashed a few kilometers from the Karabonde town in Bogoloko government area of Niger State on Saturday. Air Marshal Aneke commended their composure and quick thinking, emphasizing that their handling of the emergency averted potential casualties and protected nearby communities from harm. He also ordered the immediate establishment of a board of inquiry to determine the cause of the incident and review the circumstances surrounding the aircraft's failure. The Air Force confirmed that its search and rescue teams, fire and crash response units, and medical personnel acted swiftly to secure the site and safeguard the pilots. It highlighted the incident underscores the inherent risks of military aviation and the rigorous demands that they need. Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, says she envisions a future where Nigeria becomes prosperous enough to lend money to other nations. Speaking on Sunday in Ile-Ife, Osun State, after receiving the chieftaincy title Yeye Asiwaju Gbogbo Ile Odua at an event marking the 10th coronation anniversary of the Ooni of Ife, Obade Ogunwusi, Senator Tinubu expressed optimism that greater fortunes lie ahead for the country. Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke, in his remarks, praised the Ooni for redefining royalty and projecting Yoruba culture with dignity across the world. A faction of the People's Democratic Party, aligned with Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, says it has concluded plans to conduct state congresses and a national convention to elect new party officials. Factional Board of Trustees Chairman, Senator Ma Awambua, disclosed this in Abuja during the opening of the board meeting held at Wike's residence in Life Camp. He said caretaker committees are being set up in crisis-ridden states ahead of the congresses, adding that the process aims to rebuild trust, strengthen internal structures, and uphold fairness within the party. Nwabunwa expressed full support for the factional National Working Committee led by Abdurrahman Muhammad and said the BOT must serve as a stabilizing force at its critical moment. The development deepens the PDP crisis following a rival convention held in Ibadan last month by the bloc loyal to Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde, which produced Turaki Taminu as national chairman. The Wike faction has approached the courts to nullify that convention, which was conducted amid conflicting judicial orders. The Miners Association of Nigeria says suspending mining activities nationwide will not resolve the country's security challenges. In a statement signed by the National President Dele Ayankale and National Secretary Suleiman Liman, the association responded to the Northern Governors Forum, which recently proposed a 6-month halt to mining following a series of abductions and killings. The association argued that illegal, not legal mining has been linked to terrorism, noting that previous bans, including the 2019 suspension in Zamfara, failed to curb insecurity and instead worsened it. Ayankale warned that the proposed ban would cripple legitimate mining operations, fuel unemployment, worsen poverty, and embolden illegal miners who often operate with impunity due to inadequate enforcement capacity. He added that legal miners work closely with security agencies and comply with environmental and community development standards, stressing that governors should instead strengthen mining marshals using security votes or dedicated funding. Ayankale said calls for revalidating mining licenses amounts to pushing for resource control, which is unconstitutional, and urged President Tinubu to consider that such a ban may create more recruits for terrorist groups. 2 persons, including the wife of the resident priest, have been killed in an attack on St. Andrew's Anglican Church in Isiokwe, Lilu Community, Ihiala, local government area of Anambra State. Assailants stormed the church in the early hours of Sunday, burning vehicles and the priest's residence, parts of the church building. Police spokesman SP Tochukwu Ikenga confirmed the attack and said Commissioner of Police Ikyoye Orutugu has deployed a joint security team and intensified intelligence operations to track the perpetrators. Residents say the incident caused widespread panic in the community, which has long suffered from violent activities by armed groups operating along the Anambra-Imo border corridor. And still from Anambra State, 4 people have been confirmed dead following a violent attack linked to a rival court clash near Afo Market Junction in Nafia, in Jokoka, local government area of Anambra. Police spokesperson House SP Tochukwu Ikenga said armed gang members driving a black Lexus SUV opened fire indiscriminately before fleeing the scene. He said investigators have obtained useful leads and vowed that the command remains committed to eliminating cultism and violent crime. Eyewitnesses say the attack caused pandemonium as traders and residents ran for safety. Viral video footage showing bodies lying on the ground as people scampered for cover. This is the news at 12 on Independent Television. We'll bring you more stories after this break. Stay with us.
Many organs in the body, but the common ones it usually affects is the lungs.
Epilepsy is a neurological problem.
Okay.
It is an injury in the brain which causes someone to begin to convulse, to go into fits.
It is curable, but the cure is a long-term thing.
If you eat well and avoid
And I will move straight to business news, where U.S. President Donald Trump has raised concerns over Netflix's planned $72 billion acquisition of Warner Brothers Discovery's movie studio and HBO streaming networks. Speaking at an event in Washington, President Trump said Netflix already controls a very big market share and warned that the merger could create competition challenges. The deal, one of the biggest in entertainment history, would bring global franchises such as Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, The Matrix, and Lord of the Rings under Netflix. It is still subject to approval by U.S. competition regulators. Industry experts say the merger may eventually be approved, but could require significant concessions because of its potential impact on the streaming markets. And then thousands of civilians are fleeing communities along the Thailand-Cambodia border following a dangerous escalation in armed clashes between the two countries. Thailand's military says its air force bombed Cambodian military positions after a Thai soldier was killed during an exchange of fire along the disputed frontier. Heavy clashes have been reported across provinces in both countries, marking the most serious confrontation since the July ceasefire brokered by Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, who has now warned that renewed hostilities threaten regional stability. Cambodia has accused Thailand of launching the first attack and alleged that Thai forces later used tanks, artillery, and toxic gases, although previous claims of gas attacks have been disproven. Thailand insists its strikes targeted only military installations. UNICEF in Cambodia has expressed concern for the safety of children caught in the conflict, while Thailand has closed 2 hospitals near the border due to the fighting. And we head straight now to sport, where Remo Stars defeated Enyimba 2-1 in a keenly contested match day 16 encounter in Abeokuta on Sunday. Mba Omwa opened scoring against his former club after 3 minutes, while Edidiong Exekiel equalized for Enyimba in the 32nd minute. Mbwama fired home the winning goal on the stroke of halftime. Former champions Rivers United were held to a 1-1 draw by Abia Warriors. Rivers netted the cotton razor through McLean Biokbo 3 minutes from time. Suraj Lawal equalized for Abia Warriors in stoppage time. Rabiu Ali grabbed a brace at Canopilas, beat Kun Khalifat 2-1 at the Muhammadu Diko Stadium. Ebuka Nwokori was on target for Kun Khalifat in the game. Rangers recorded the biggest win of the day, thrashing Bayelsa 4-1. The Flying Antelopes got their goal through Chidozie Nwundu, who scored a brace, Kenechukwu Agu and Chiomobi Igwilo, while Isa Yusuf netted for Bayelsa United. At the Abubakar Tafawa Balewa Stadium, Bauchi, Wiki tourists were held to a 0-0 draw by Ikorodu City, while Ekenemi Warriors and Barawa FC also battled to a barren draw in Maiduguri. In Ilorin, Kwara United defeated Niger Tornadoes 2-0, while Babatunde Bright and Sheon Ogunribide scoring for the home team. And that's it on the news at 12. A big thank you for watching. I'm Daisy Leo Sikidi. Good afternoon.